You ever feel like you're being watched in the woods? That prickling sensation on the back of your neck? Most of the time it's probably just a deer, or your imagination running wild. But what if it's something else? Something ancient, something that can wear the face of the very things you trust. Today we're diving deep into one of the most chilling legends to come out of the American Southwest, the Skinwalker. Now, this isn't your typical campfire ghost story. For the Navajo people, or the Dene, the Skinwalker, the Yeenaldlushi, is a subject of immense gravity and fear. It's something you don't speak about lightly for fear of attracting its attention. The name itself translates to by means of it goes on all fours. And that's your first clue. So what is a Skinwalker? In the simplest terms, it's a powerful and malevolent witch, a medicine man who has chosen to twist their spiritual power for evil. They've turned their back on the traditional Navajo principle of Hoju, which embodies balance, harmony, and beauty. Instead, they've embraced the forbidden, the witchery way. To become a Skinwalker, it's said that a person must commit the ultimate taboo, taking the life of a close family member like a sibling or a parent. This horrific act grants them immense supernatural power, including the one they are most famous for, the ability to shapeshift. And they don't just turn into any animal. They can become a wolf, a coyote, a fox, a bear, an owl, any creature they desire. The transformation is said to be grotesque, a violent contortion of flesh and bone. But once complete, they gain the animal's strengths. The speed of a coyote, the brute force of a bear, the silent flight of an owl. They can run faster than a car, leap impossible distances, and move without making a sound. But here's where it gets truly terrifying. They don't just mimic the animal. They can also mimic people. They can steal a person's face or perfectly imitate the voice of a loved one. Imagine, you're home alone and you hear a family member calling for help from outside your window, but you know they're miles away. That's the kind of psychological terror a Skinwalker delights in. Their motives are purely malevolent. They sow discord, inflict pain and illness, cause accidents, and bring misfortune to those they target. They're often drawn to conflict and death. People who have reported encounters often describe seeing an animal moving in a bizarre, unnatural way. A coyote standing on its hind legs, peering into a window. A deer whose limbs bend at impossible angles. Or most chillingly, an animal with glowing human-like eyes that seem to hold an ancient, intelligent hatred. One of the most common stories you will hear is of someone driving down a desolate stretch of highway late at night. Suddenly, a large animal, a wolf or a dog, starts running alongside their car. The driver speeds up 60, 70, 80 miles per hour, but the creature keeps pace effortlessly. Then just as the driver's panic peaks, the creature overtakes the car, turns its head, and for a split second its face is no longer that of an animal, but a twisted, grinning human face, and then it vanishes into the darkness. It's said that you should never, ever lock eyes with one. Making eye contact can allow the Skinwalker to absorb itself into your body, to see through your eyes and control your actions. They are also said to use a substance called corpse powder, a dust made from ground-up infant bones, which they can blow into a victim's face to cause a slow, wasting sickness that confounds modern medicine. So how do you protect yourself? Traditionally, the only defense against a Skinwalker is a powerful, righteous medicine man who can perform complex and specific ceremonies. Some stories also claim they are vulnerable to white ash, or that a bullet or knife dipped in that same ash can harm or even kill them. But confronting one is considered a near-certain death sentence. The Skinwalker legend is more than just a scary story. It's a powerful cultural symbol. It's a warning against greed, jealousy, and the corruption of power. It represents the ultimate violation of natural order and human decency. While many of us might dismiss it as folklore, for many in the Southwest, the threat is very, very real. So the next time you're out in the vast, quiet desert, and you hear a strange sound or see something move in the corner of your eye that just doesn't feel right, maybe don't try to get a closer look. Just get out of there. Fast.